The following is a Shaw TV sports presentation.
Hello, lacrosse fans, and welcome inside the Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena. My name is John Fraser, handling play-by-play for tonight's matchup betwixt the Okotoks Raiders and the Saskatchewan SWAT. To my left is color commentator and SWAT Media Relations, Brad Kraft. Brad, a big matchup between two of the best teams in the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League. What do you expect to see?
It's going to be a great night of lacrosse. Two of the highest scoring teams, I think, as well, with 8 out of the 10 players in the top 10 of the league on both these rosters. So should see some high scoring, lots of transition goals, and a lot of fun.
Earlier this week, Jackie Kripke had a chance to catch up with SWAT defenseman Jason Price to talk about his love of the game. Here's that.
I'm joined by Jason Price. Jason, you're with SWAT. Tell me a little bit about your experience with the team so far.
Experience with the team has been great for the past 5 years. I've been playing with these guys. I've known most of these guys on the team right now since I started playing, and they become my brothers, my family, even the coaches. We all spend so much time together. It's my second home here at the rink, so it's just been a great time.
So we're playing the Okotoks Raiders. What are you looking for with this team? What do you guys have to watch out for?
Well, we kind of just have to speculate based on the team we saw last year. We know their offense is going to be fast. They're all going to be threats to score. Their defense is going to be big and strong. Goaltending, one of our old goaltenders is now playing for them, and he's a big guy. Kind of tough to beat, so we're just going to go on based on how our practices went with him last year. Hopefully come out with the win.
It's a super fast game, right? And what are we watching for? What sports would you equate it with, maybe?
Well, we like to put it together as a little bit of hockey, a little bit of basketball, and then war, just all-out war. Basketball aspects with pick and rolls, just kind of the whole movement and play style of the players. Hockey with the area of play, and then war just being all-out contact, all-out violence. Rules here and there, but other than that, it's basically just go at each other.
It sounds super fun. It's such an exciting game. Thank you for having us here.
Oh, no problem.
And we're going to go back to more SWAT Box Lacrosse here on Shaw TV Sports.
And thanks a lot, Jackie. Coming up next is the opening face-off. You're watching Junior A Lacrosse, Okotoks Raiders and Saskatchewan SWAT, only on Shaw TV.
Ever watch TV and said to yourself, I could do that? Well, you can. As part of its community access programming, Shaw TV is looking for volunteer-run, community-produced short segments and shows. Create your own program, your ideas, your vision, on television. Bring us your proposal, sell us on it, and we'll train you and your crew, providing the professional equipment you need to make your ideas reality for free. Everyone is welcome. Get involved in making your own community program. See where it takes you.
You know, Harrison and I really enjoy cooking in the kitchen. And we want you to join us.
Thanks to your support of the Warriamps Key Tag Service, anything is possible for child amputees. All of our artificial limbs, all of the resources, the seminars, the emotional support, having a positive attitude, all of that is from the Warriamps. Thanks to your support, the Warriamps are changing child amputees' lives every day.
Thank you.
And welcome back inside Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena. The SWAT and the Raiders all set to go. John Fraser, Brad Kraft with you here for the broadcast location in the middle. The Saskatchewan SWAT in the home black uniforms, also with the silver trim on the arms. Okotoks, you'll see them in the red and white, moving from your right to your left on the TV screen. Far side, first offensive possession for the SWAT is Baden Boyenko. Boyenko back to the near side. That's where he connects there with Bryce Dueck. Back across far side, holding on to it for just a moment. Both teams just kind of feel each other out, driving towards the goal. And the first shot on starting goaltender for Okotoks, former SWAT member Joey Janvier, who Brad Kraft, he has hockey-like numbers this season, a 188 goals against and a 918 save percentage.
That is impressive. Through 3 starts in the season and now his 4th tonight. I mean, that is some low goals against average for Lacrosse.
Talking to some of the SWAT players and coaches, they're going to try to get him moving. Far side now is Boyenko. He's going to be bounced back outside there by Mahoney, and that shot is saved by the goaltender Janvier, who, as you noted pregame, is still wearing his SWAT gloves.
Yeah, he loves the SWAT. He loved his time here last year, and why not carry on the tradition? I mean, he played with them last year, loves the feel. No need to break in new ones.
Levi Anderson to Brett McIntyre, and Okotoks their first offensive possession. Driving towards the middle is Manty's shot. It's going to bounce off the goaltender. Starting goaltender for the SWAT is Eric Dirksen. An 8 goals against and an 828 save percentage so far on the year. The SWAT 5-4. Okotoks a perfect 6-0. The SWAT, what do they have to do to make that a 6-1 tonight, Brad?
You know, they got to score often and early, and they got to get those top scorers in the league. Mitch Linklater, number 11, number 20, Boyenko, number 17, Cody Schwann. They all got to get fired up in a hurry.
Big shot there for Quinn Ingalls, and that's turned aside by Janvier. Rebound picked up here by the SWAT. They go right back to work. Far side pass there. Linklater couldn't hold on to it. Does catch up to his own rebound. Good defensive work there. Connor Finlay. And the SWAT working it back around to the outside. 18 minutes left to go, still scoreless. Boyenko, SWAT's big gun, back to the near side. That one in and out of the stick of Zach Gould. And that's going to be picked up and run around by Danny Wright of Okotoks. Back up to mid-floor. Carter Brand's going to run this one in. And his offensive teammates come on to join in on the fun as he locates right near the SWAT restraining line. Back down to the near side corner. That's where McIntyre is. McIntyre on the year, 17 points, 9 of those coming in the goal bastion. Back up top. Looking to shoot, but bounce back outside. Driving! There's a shot. Eric Dirksen's going to hold on that one. There's probably the best scoring chance we've seen so far in this game, Brad.
Yeah, good work by Dirksen to just swallow up that rebound and let the offense get a chance here.
Bergloff now in transition. He's going to take it himself. He's going to be back outside. He's looking to get back up top for Mitch Linklater. Bodies flying everywhere because that's just good lacrosse. That's what you love to see.
And Bergloff, what a big man. He can throw down some bodies for sure.
Back upside. There's a shot turned aside. Janvier didn't know where it went. Cody Schwann with it. Long outlet pass there for Harrison Matsuoka. And that one's going to bounce out of play. So SWAT possession again. Man wearing the C over the left shoulder will start it up. Back to the far side now. Baden Boyenko. How big is he for this SWAT team, Brad?
You know what? He came back late this season because he was finishing up his college in the States, and through 5 games he's already got over 20 points. He's top 6 in the league in scoring.
Dybel comes in, big chance there, another save, Joey Janvier, and so far the SWAT in front of the Shaw TV audience putting on a bit of a show, but nothing to show for it with 16:23 left to go. The first Boyenko's first chance goes just wide, picked up by Zach Gould up near the restraining line, goes back to Boyenko, the righty. A little bit of ball movement now as the SWAT try to penetrate that Okotoks D. Real good job keeping them the outside. There's another shot, saves Janvier. Lucy picked up by Quinn Ingalls. And again, a new reset here for the SWAT.
Yeah, great ball control by the SWAT here as they look now on their 3rd possession to get something going.
Those Okotoks defenders starting to look a little tired. Just being backed up there was Boyenko. His shot's going to bounce off, and Schwann, first one there for the lefties. Back down low, near side, cutting into the middle. Boyenko's best chance, just missed the open side. Looks like he had it for a moment, but just missed, and they're getting rocked. Quinn Ingalls, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Okotoks takes over as Ingalls plants his rear end on the concrete floor here at Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena.
you know, speaking of Ingles, 17 years old, a rookie, he's not afraid of the biggest boys in this league. Good for him.
And he's having a pretty decent start of the year, too. 8 goals, 17 assists, 25 points. Great pickup here for Saskatchewan. But now it's Okotoks. Manti back to the far side, connects with Anderson. Anderson looking back to Manti, was open, drive, shot, and a save by Dirksen. Great little bit of passing there by the Okotoks Raiders. Here comes Bailey Makowski in transition. Got 5 minutes without a goal. Not often you see that, especially at this level of lacrosse, as Zach Gould is going to pick that one up. Goes back to the far side, Ingles. Ingles, a 17-year-old, drives in, shot, slightly tied up there as he gets entangled with his man and engages physically. Danny Wright picks this one up. Wright one-on-one, gets a chance shot, and a right leg save there by Eric Dirksen. Ball bouncing out, bodies collide, scooped up by the SWAT momentarily, hits the ground again, first one there. Connor Puck for Okotoks, he avoids contact, drives towards the middle, backs it back up, and there's a great little possession there for Okotoks as they start coming to life here after a long bus ride on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, way to win those battles, especially being tag team there by the SWAT. Just comes out and outlets back to his offense. Nice play.
Okotoks now running around back to the near side to the righties. Back to the far side, looking again for Anderson. His little swim move gets by, shot, and another save there, Eric Dirksen. And I don't think he knew that that ball was bouncing around dangerously in the crease, but it stays out of trouble, and Cody Schwann will lead the SWAT offense. 13:50 left to go. Opening court period. That's Mitch Licklater. There's my NLL coming out in me. A lot of calling corner. Yeah. Back to the near side is the SWAT offense. Far side pass, Quinn Ingles. Ingles loses it for a minute, scooped up by Jesse Chong. He's under immense pressure, and coming out with it is going to be Jacob Matuk. Matuk back up top for his man. A little bit of passing, couldn't hold on there. Was Zach Manti. Glorious chances. There was nobody betwixt him and the goaltender Dirksen, but could not corral the ball. And the SWAT take over once again. Mitch Linklater, right near half, is going to run things in, and on comes the SWAT offense. Ingles, again, we've seen a lot of him tonight, and Cody Schwann both move on in. Instead, it's going to be Zach Gould getting the ball. Near side, quick shot there. Colin Bergloff. Bergloff, a tough customer as well. Big body, but it's Okotoks taking over. Back to the far side now in quick transition is going to be Matuk. Hands it up back now to Anderson. Carter Brand. Brand's going to hang out just outside of SWAT territory. Get the ball moving. Right now, both teams, Brad, I think, doing an excellent job of keeping everybody to the outside.
Yeah, you know, this is definitely game plan on each side. Keep everything outside. Don't let anything in tight on the goalies, because that's where the goalies get in trouble. Both of them big men, both of them slower feet.
And there's a shot clock violation on Okotoks. Got to give credit to defensive coach Jay Price and his crew there, forcing the shot clock violation without any danger. Zach Gould, he's going to jog it up the floor, bringing in Okotoks territory. He's met by a pair of defenders. Little spin move, backs it back up. Couldn't quite connect there with his intended target, Liam Dybel. And the SWAT forced to back out. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 12:10 left to go, opening period. Low shot, looking for the near side, short side corner, but Janvier with the left glove save. That green glove, which really stands out against this red equipment for the Okotoks Raiders. Raiders now, Carter Brand up over half. He's going to bounce it back and be retrieved behind the head of Cade McCormick. McCormick sets things up as Dylan Ferrier goes back to Brand. Up top's McCormick. Back to the near side is Zach Manti. Manti, he's going to hold, look far side. Again, nobody getting on the inside here. The SWAT D, there's a shot, right arm save there. Eric Dirksen, another sharp save here. He's looked good early on, up to the test of the Okotoks Raiders, Brad.
Yeah, Dirksen's got his angles down tonight, and he's keeping them just like we want the defense to do, is keep them on the outside, and that's so far succession.
Little bit of a broken play there as all of a sudden Gould's got to go for a long run there. Just 10 seconds left on the clock. Goes back, bottom low near side. That one there for Schwann's going to pop in and out. Good D there. I believe that was Matthew Fluitt coming up with it.
Broke up that pick and roll play that the SWAT were designing there, and good work by the Raiders to just break that up and turn over the ball.
Levi Anderson back to the far side, setting up where seems to be his home. His pass back near side, mishandled for a moment, but controlled. Zach Manti, he's got some space, bounced outside. Back to Manti. Manti looking to shoot, nothing but bodies in front. Another little pass, back door open for a moment. was, I believe, McIntyre's. Brett McIntyre picks up the loose ball off a leg and harmlessly into the crowd here at Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena. 10:36 left to go. We are still scoreless here in this one as Baden Boyenko, as you mentioned, 5 games this year, 12 goals, 9 assists, 21 points. He's playing NCAA lacrosse down in New York State. Mitch Linklater. He's going to run around a little bit. Tries to find his man on the backside. Okotoks again. Strong D here. Shot, and that one's off the body of Janvier. Loose ball bouncing around, and that was intercepted by Boyenko. Boyenko, another possession. He's going to drive towards the goal. Boyenko takes a twig to the face, then gets hacked down there. Tyler Seymour.
Yeah, no call on the play here as the refs let this continue. Should be the style all night, I think, unless you're going to interfere with a goal, a potential goal, excuse me. There won't be a call on the play.
Yeah, you're not going to see any chintzy little penalties out of this crew. They know how to rep a lacrosse game. They've always done a great job. Running back up now is Connor Finlay. Finlay bounces out the pressure of Cody Schwann, who's stuck there. Schwann now seemingly hitting everything that moves, bouncing off them, and it's going to be Anderson back up to the top side. Anderson sets up near side, connects with Connor Puck. Moving it back down low. Wang fires, shot in the goal. Okotoks breaks the goose eggs. Took him over half a period to do so. But a lot of movement there, and we're going to have the first goal of the game. Take a second look here, Brad, on what developed there for Okotoks' opening goal. Bounce back up top and just picking that corner. Going Bardowski, as they would say.
That's right, yeah, and you know what? Good screen set up there by Pup as he just stuck to his man and didn't let Dirksen see that ball coming.
So Dirksen's beaten for the first time tonight, and Okotoks takes a 1-0 lead on the SWAT. 9:27 left to go in the opening period, as that one's going to bounce back far side, pick up after the draw. First one there, Malkowski, and he's going to run it back near side. There's a drive towards the goal, but popped out last second, and a crease violation called there on the SWAT player driving towards the goal. Here comes Okotoks, 1-0 lead, and they're back at it. That one nearly intercepted. Instead, it's going to be Leonard Bettier setting things back up for the Okotoks Raiders. Taking it up top now is Brett McIntyre. McIntyre bounces it to Brandt. He'll set up far side, be opposed there by Jared Steyer. Into the middle, little bit of space, but the SWAT defense recovers. Back to the near side, setting things up top, and there's a stick save. Good one there by Eric Dirksen. Got that with the knob of the old twig.
Yeah, nice buzzer beater shot there, coming in hot, and Dirksen able to track it last second.
Good thing he's got all the tape there, otherwise that might have been the second goal over his right shoulder. Instead, 1-0 Okotoks leads, 8:36 left to go. They're setting up now in SWAT territory. Far side is Levi Anderson, shot there, and into the pantaloons, if you will, of Eric Dirksen. But it comes up with another save, keeping the lead at 1. Far side now, SWAT now in transition. Slowing things down for a minute is Braylon Fournette. Fournette back to Boyenko. Boyenko back to the far side. Linklater, he's going to drive in. Linklater, once again, not able to get within that Okotoks defense. Great job so far. Boyenko back to the near side, looking for Schwann. Only 5 left on the clock. Got to get a shot away here. Trying to drive back towards. No time. That's going to be a shot clock with 7:57 left to go in the opening period. 1-0. Okotoks continues to lead.
That Dybel really working hard out of the corner there, battling 2 guys and getting it back out to Boyenko, but nothing could transpire before the shot clock expired.
Back far side, Dylan Ferrier comes back in. Gets it over there to Cade McCormick. McCormick's shot's going to go off some bodies up into the rafters here at Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena. Back over to the far side, setting up once again is Levi Anderson. Bodies fly everywhere. Anderson alone in front, shoots and scores. 2-0 the Okotoks lead with 7:29 left to go. That one a much prettier goal than the first one, and you know that Okotoks wants to run things through Levi Anderson here, Brad, and we can see exactly why. All alone in front, dekes the pants off of Dirksen and puts it beside his left arm as we take a couple looks there. It's a pretty little goal, but nice little pass there as well. Brett McIntyre connecting with Levi Anderson.
Yeah, no kidding, and that's Anderson's second point of the night now, goal and an assist. Look out for him all night.
Another face-off win there, Ben Cathcart. one of the best in the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League. If they tracked face-off stats, he'd easily be above 70%.
Oh, absolutely. That man is a machine in the dot.
So 7:12 left to go here, opening period. The SWAT down 2. Back to the far side. They've had their chances so far. Maybe another one here. Gould's going to come in. He's going to be bounced outside by a swarming Okotoks defense. Jesse Chong, the beneficiary of 2 of his teammates in the turnover created in Okotoks territory.
Yeah, Bergloff just manhandled going through the middle there. 3 defenders work him over as he carries the ball in.
Back to the near side there is Cade McCormick. On the rotation there, there's another shot, left leg save there, Dirksen, and that ball is going to roll back into the old wooden stick. And here comes the SWAT transition. They trail 2-0. Under 7 minutes left to go here in the opening period. Brad, what do the SWAT have to do to get a goal here? Just seems like Okotoks is just bouncing them outside.
Yeah, you know what, and that's fine, but get your pick and rolls working for you, you know, like just like Dival just did there, run through the middle and get close to the net.
So now in transition, there's a chance for Brett Craig. Craig's going to back it up. Craig sets things up. Rest of his teammates joining in on the fun now. 6:06 left to go in the opening period. Moving it around far side is the latest goal scorer, Levi Anderson, the focal point of this 6-0 Raiders team and their offense. Back to the near side. That's where Anderson, he's going to connect with his man down to his right. Couple of juke moves, trying to work there and couldn't do anything there. Great defense there. Malkowski forces his man out, and with 5:42 left to go in the opening period, SWAT's Mitch Linklater goes to work. Linklater, some room, shot, save left hand of Joey Janvier. Okotoks goaltender, that one's going to bounce off. Last touch was off the goaltender. So with 5:30 left, the SWAT pick it up on the near side. First touch to Cody Schwann. Schwann bounces that one. Liam Dybel moving it around quickly. Now over to the lefties. Pardon me, the righties. Getting my sides mixed up there is Mitch Linklater. Mitch Linklater, again, some great work there by the Okotoks defender. A low shot, this one off of a set of legs. And that Okotoks defender, that being Matthew Fluitt. Just a stud performance there on Linklater, Brad.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's leading the league in scoring, and he just showed you a little bit of that right there.
So back here, the Okotoks Raiders get things set up. Back to the near side. Dying moments of the opening of 3 periods. John Fraser, Brad Kraft with you here for Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League Junior A action. Long shot's going to bounce all the way down to Okotoks territory. Brad, well, that one's whiffed on by Janvier, and the shot clock violation goes. Tell me a little bit about ticket prices for people that want to come down here.
You know what? Really affordable night. I think it's $7 for adults to come in, and kids are free as always. You know, we just want to pack the barn for all home games, and home games, speaking of that, are always on weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sundays. These guys are in town tomorrow night, again, 8 p.m., and Sunday afternoon at noon.
And there's also a beer garden, so if you want to bring out the crew, have a little bit of fun there, you can watch things like Eric Dirksen make another great save there. And it's going to be Keegan White, midget call-up, being harassed all the way up the floor, but saying no moss and handing it off to the offense. 4:04 left to go, opening period. Baden Boyenko, he's going to pick it up, and that one's going to go off of a body.
That's the 12th shot of the night for the SWAT, and still nothing on the scoreboard. So they're going to have to get a little bit more accurate here to move it in. Janvier's a big body in that net. Not a lot to shoot at, but there are some spaces. And right now they're putting him off his chest plate.
Well, that one in between the legs, and again turned aside by the former SWAT goaltender Janvier, leading the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League through 3 games with a .918 save percentage, 188 goals against. Okotoks taking back over on offense. Dylan Ferrier. He's going to go look over to the far side. You can now tell the SWAT defense starting to key a little bit on Levi Anderson, as that's the man Okotoks wants to run things through. Back up, long pass, and the SWAT going to calm things down here. 3:14 left to go in the period. And running it up is going to be Eli Batt. If things start getting chippy, Batt's going to be the guy that probably has something to do with it there.
I would guess so, yeah. He had a lot of penalty minutes last year, and he's not afraid to have anybody, I don't think.
Quinn Ingalls now makes a couple of moves. He's tied up. He was looking back to the far side for Boyenko. Couldn't connect with him. Back in transition is Brett Craig. Craig finds his man in the middle. Shot saved by Eric Dirksen. And Harrison Matsuoka gets turned aside by the SWAT goaltender.
Bat almost looked like he gave up on that race. I think he was going to play shot on that and just let his man go right to the net.
A little bit of a mental miscue here, live on Shaw TV. John Fraser, Brad Kraft with you. Junior A action as Colin Bergeloff, the big body for the SWAT, starts it up and the offense goes to work. Far side Boyenko. He's been keyed on most of the night. Another good pass and a shot, and there was a little bit of room there. Janvier steps over, takes it away in an awful hurry. Connor Finlay now in transition. Another man coming on is Connor Pup. Pup now backed out. He's going to hand it off to Anderson, but he puts it into his kneecaps. Anderson recovers and sets it up back over on the far side. 2 minutes left to go. Opening period, 2-0. The Okotoks lead. Moving it around again, trying to find that man in the middle. Instead, opting up top for Anderson. 5 left on the shot clock as that one ends up down with Eric Dirksen. And Dirksen makes the save. There's a bit of a miscalculated pass, if you will. And that'll roll all the way down and give Okotoks a free second possession. 97 seconds left to go, opening period. And that time they go out and totally redeem themselves as Sean Jones picks up that loose ball. A little bit of a turnover near his own bench, and he comes running off. Mitch Linklater got 22 goals, 20 assists, 42 points on the season here for the SWAT. The righties real dangerous. Back up top, that's where he's going to connect with Cody Schwann. Schwann dishes it back down low, and he's going to be bounced back outside as that pass in and out of the stick. Massive bodies, but with a little bit of time and space, there's an arm save again. Joey Janvier, 1 minute left to go, opening period. And the Okotoks Raiders are going to take it down the floor, set back up in SWAT territory. Dylan Ferrier goes back up top, Connor Pup. Back to the near side, mishandled there for a moment. Cade McCormick gives the SWAT a chance to set back up. Back to the far side is Ferrier. He's going to drive in. That one stopped with the twig of Eric Dirksen. Taking a couple nets off the face in transition is Braylon Fournette. Fournette's going to run it down. 30 seconds left in the period and 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Baden Boyenko is the Casey Guerin coached offense. Starts things off. Linklater back over to the far side. Setting things up, only 17 left to go. 10 on the shot clock there, and there's what you want. You want the 2-for-1, under 30 seconds left. Trying to call Dirksen back to the bench to get the sixth man on, but he might have to turn around here as that one was turned over. Boyenko White fires, and he's just gonna miss there. That'll bring the first period to an end. After 1, Okotoks 2, SWAT nothing. Brad Kraft, some eloquent thoughts on the first period.
You know, Raiders did everything they wanted to do, I think. They got on the board first. They got on the board up 2 on the SWAT, and they kept the righties quiet. Linklater, Boyenko, nothing showing in the first period.
What are the SWAT going to have to do better to get on the board here?
The SWAT are going to have to get that offense firing. Righties, lefties, they got to connect. They got to connect passes, and they are not doing it right now. You can bet they're saying in the change room after this break that they need to pass more, they need to shoot more, and they need to hit Janvier square or the net behind him. You know, I think we're going to see a different team come out in the second period here with the SWAT and, you know, the Raiders too. To their credit, you know, their defense is going heavy defense, and they're keeping it up. So there's going to be 2 messages in the change room. 1, keep going. 2, let's get going.
And we'll be back shortly with the start of the second period. But first, reporter Jackie Kripke checks in with SWAT transition player Anthony Halborg to find out about playing lacrosse at the Junior A level and possibly beyond.
From the SWAT. Anthony, tell me a little about your history with the game, how you got involved, and why you love it so much.
I got involved when I was about 10 to 12 years old, somewhere in there, about first year Pee Wee. My neighbor actually lived down the street, and he got me into it. His dad was heavily involved when he grew up, so he dragged me into the sport, and I loved it right away. It was like, I like the rough sports. I like my football, I like my hockey, and this was a good mix of everything, so fell in love right away, and can't keep the stick out of my hands, so I love it, yeah.
And we hear you're training a new generation of players. So 10 is not too late to start, is that right? What age would be too late to start to get those basic skills and be able to play at this kind of level?
It's never too late to start. It's obviously the later you get into it, you got to put more work into it to get up into the higher levels, but it's never too late to start. Never too late to start at all.
All right, what are your goals in regards to the sport? Do you hope to take it to that next level for yourself?
I'm planning on going on into the NLL draft after the season. I'll see how that goes, but I'll train hard for it and see where it goes, I guess.
Tell us a little bit about the position you play and what particular skills you need to suit that position.
I play transition, so essentially I go at the back door and play defense to start. And when the ball is loose or the possession changes, I pick it up and take it up to the offense. And if the time's right, I do play the odd shift offense too. So,
what do you love about being out there?
I'm kind of a grimy, dirty sort of player, so I like defense. I like making the offensive players not want to be around me, sort of thing. Lots of slashing, lots of cross-checking, making it a living hell for them. So that's my game.
That's fantastic, and we should point out that that is allowed in this sport, so you're doing a good job. So exciting, we're going to see you be grimy and dirty out there in this game, so thank you so much for talking to us, and have a good game.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Ella. The Warmth has been with me my whole life, ever since I was a baby. I've grown a lot since then, and they've made sure that I always have the devices I need to try new things. I can do anything. The Warmth is there to help me be me. Ta-da!
It keeps you awake at night, and it causes stress. Debt. No one else sees it, but it's always there, weighing you down.
Get debt off your back. The Credit Counseling Society is a non-profit service that's helped thousands of Canadians solve their debt problems. It's confidential, it's free, and it works. Call the Credit Counseling Society. All you've got to lose is your debt.
Careful, careful. That champagne cost a fortune.
Mr. McDonald, do you plan to bribe the entire delegation?
Our methods may differ, Mr. Brown, but our objective is the same.
My objective, sir, is honest talk.
And mine is to win.
Gentlemen, enough. We must convince the Maritimes or there will be no confederation.
Aye, George. Today, civil war grips America. How long before they look to our borders again?
Separated, the colonies are isolated and weak.
But united. Just imagine. To the east, Atlantic provinces, then Upper and Lower Canada, across the prairies to the Rockies and beyond. A new country made one by a railway from sea to sea. Gentlemen, the time for union is now. I ask you to take the dare.
The Charlottetown Conference set Confederation in motion. On July 1st, 1867, Sir John A. Macdonald became Canada's first Prime Minister.
When he was only 16, Richard Pierpoint was enslaved in Senegal and taken to America.
All us men have sworn on this petition to fight.
You're an old man. The British Army has militias and trained soldiers.
I fought with the British during the American Revolution.
Take your land and farm it. Leave the Americans to us.
With respect, sir. I was born a free man, and I intend to die one. Your officers fight for land and money. I fight for my freedom.
Richard Pierpoint was one of thousands of black loyalists who won their freedom in the American Revolution. 30 years later, at the age of 68, he petitioned for an all-black unit that would defend Upper Canada during the War of 1812.
For Sir George Etienne Cartier, the work of uniting Canada was as vast as the country itself. First, he won over Quebec.
Union is the only way forward.
No, Monsieur Cartier. Confederation will cost French Canadians their nationality.
Monsieur, together we will form a political nationality independent of our origins. Diversity will be Canada's strength.
Then he fought for Manitoba.
The Northwest has formed a government under Louis Riel. We will not join Confederation unless our rights are respected.
So you want a new province? Then you'll have it. There will be a place for your people in Canada.
He envisioned a country from Atlantic to Pacific.
British Columbia won't even think of joining Canada without a wagon road through the Rockies.
Ask for a railway. We are building a country after all.
Bold as a lion, Confederation could not have happened but for him. Du Canada, son pays, ses amours.
I am Canadian, a free Canadian.
Free to speak without fear.
Free to worship in my own way. Free to stand for what I think right. Free to oppose what I believe wrong.
Free to choose those that will govern my country.
This heritage of freedom.
I pledge to uphold.
Learn more about citizenship at citizenship.gc.ca/discover.
A message from the Government of Canada.
Join the movement. You have the power to give life. Donate blood today.
Ever watch TV and said to yourself, I could do that? Well, you can. As part of its community access programming, Shaw TV is looking for volunteer-run, community-produced short segments and shows. Create your own program, your ideas, your vision, on television. Bring us your proposal, sell us on it, and we'll train you and your crew, providing the professional equipment you need to make your ideas reality for free. Everyone is welcome. Get involved in making your own community program. See where it takes you.
There it is.
There, we're back now to take a look here at the first period highlights. So far, it's been mostly Okotoks, but definitely the SWAT have had their chances to score.
Yeah, absolutely. And the SWAT have looked great at times, but just haven't been able to connect and get it past Janvier.
How about Joey Janvier in that opening 20 minutes? As we take another look here at some more Okotoks Raiders offense. There's the goal from Levi Anderson. Goal so far of the game, the prettier of the two Okotoks goals, to say the very least. And we are back. We're going to go live here. Second period is ready to go. John Fraser and Brad Kraft with you there. And now here, as we're set to go, the two teams have switched ends. So now moving from your right to left, we're going to be the Saskatchewan SWAT in the home black jerseys. Wearing the visitors red and white are the Okotoks Raiders. Baden Boyenko sets it up now for Saskatchewan. One of their top offensive threats is going to hold on, dish it back to the near side. And picking it back up far side. Low shot there. Looking to go. Looks like they're changing the shooting plan early on here, Brad. Looking to go low on Janvier. As the guys said, they've seen him in practice. They're hoping to know how to beat him.
Yeah, well, I mean, Janvier in practice, what I saw last year too. Slow feet, so that should give them some opportunity to get him moving left to right or right to left and get it in his feet there.
So moving around now with a 2-0 lead. The Okotoks Raiders there, first possession, quick stick. That one's just going to miss the net of Dirksen. And that'll mean shot clock violation as that one rings out here at Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena on the west side of Saskatoon. Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League Junior A action as the 5-4 Saskatchewan SWAT hosts the 6-0 Okotoks Raiders, trying to get back into this one. Good character to do that. It's going to be Baden Boyenko. He goes back to the far side. Trying to connect back near side, Mitch Linklater. And that hot pass just can't quite hold on. It's going to be dumped up to the streaking man in transition. That's going to be Jacob Matuk. Matuk waits for the offensive unit to come on. That one led Zach Manti. He's going to go over to the far side. Manti moving it around, spinning off some pressure back to the lefties, and that's where the Okotoks Raiders like to go to work. Levi Anderson's got one of the 2 goals. Back over far side, Manti. Manti makes a move past his defender, comes in off the shoulder of Dirksen, and then gets absolutely demolished into the net.
And look at Zach Deck just giving him an earful as he's laying on the ground already. Zach Deck fresh back from his game suspension last week after he was in a fight and he got a game suspension for it.
Just got mashed heading towards the goal. That's what happens if you get too fancy. Colin Bergloff now for the SWAT over to Linklater. Back first side, Bergloff couldn't hold on to that one. Scoops up his own Lucy, shoots, and that is a goal! Oh, sure! SWAT get on the board, hit the horn! 2-1 the lead there is going downstairs was the key, and Colin Bergloff's got number 17 on the season.
Yeah, great feed by Ingles.
As you can see, Bergloff scoop up his own loose ball, just go down low on Janvier. Take another look at it there. How about that move there? I thought he had lost it. Picked it back up. I thought the chance was going nowhere, Brad. Next thing you know, it's in between the legs of Janvier.
I know, he lost it at the back of his stick and then just recovered his own loose ball. Great feed from Quinn Ingles there to get Bergloff the ball, and then Bergloff going down low. He likes to shoot low.
Well, that's the spot. Looks like the SWAT are going on Joey Janvier. Now back to the far side as we get things set up here for the Okotoks Raiders. Their lead back down to 1. 17:20 left to go in the second period. Back near side, high shot, rings it off the crossbar. He beat the right shoulder of Eric Durson, but couldn't beat the red painted iron. Back to the near side, and believe
many men, I think, for Raiders, they're going to give that ball back to SWAT.
So the SWAT, after that one rang off the crossbar behind the goaltender Dirksen, get another break here. Gould, near side, little swim move coming in. There was a quick little shot. Quinn Ingles, the 17-year-old playing junior A lacrosse.
He's not afraid to go to the hard zones there, right in tight against Janvier.
He doesn't look like he's a rookie in this league.
He looks so comfortable. He came from Prince Albert, actually, and moved up this year, first year. He's playing well.
Back far side, Cade McCormick, the #1 righty so far tonight for Okotoks. Little outlet pass now and in transition there. Zach Deck, low shot's gonna go off the pence there of the goaltender, Joey Janvier. Now he's gonna bounce around there. Tyler Seavor, he's gonna hold on to it, slow some things down. Broken stick there, as that is Keegan White from Junior B. He's a call up tonight, had his stick broken in half there.
Second look at it even, wasn't sure that it had actually broken. I think it shocked him.
Well, you always end up in shock there when your twig breaks, when you're not real expecting. It didn't even sound like that hard of a chop, but away she went.
And you know what's crazy is you're going to be more shocked when these sticks are full metal and they snap.
And there's a shot and a goal. Quick little transition and restoring the 2-goal lead there. Jet Leonard Bédier. That a quick transition goal as we're picking up the debris. Get a second look at it here. Starting it up, Brett Craig, long pass, finds his man streaking in, couple of moves and sneaks it under the left arm of Eric Dirksen. Looked like Dirksen had it cut down there, Brad, but finding a little bit of room with the goal scorer, Leonard.
Yeah, Leonard, just nice little left to right deke and just popped it over Dirksen's shoulder.
So hard to stop that left to right deke if a guy's got time. So digging in is going to be Ben Cathcart, winning that one again, but winning it to the wrong colored jersey as Jack Maroney's going to pick it up. Maroney bounces it back. He's going to give it back to Brett Craig. Craig, the most, I would say, one of the most distinguishable guys there is with the long flowing locks.
Nice hot blonde locks on him.
He's got some good flow. He's got some strong, that's like hockey flow. 15.
And it's thick. It's like a lion's mane.
Levi Anderson picks it up past there, and that one is going to stop in between the face mask and the chest protector of Dirksen. He's going to take a minute to shake that one off. That's not a good spot to get it as a goaltender. I can tell you, there's not a ton of padding up there.
Yeah, at least it hit the padding and stopped, and not the skin. You know.
You can see he's in a little bit of pain, but goalies are tough, and he's going to stay in this one. So the SWAT goal scorer, Colin Bergloff, fits it in low. Boy, with the goal, 3-2 is the Okotoks lead as Baden Boyenko slam dunks it over Janvier and has some words with the guys in the red.
Yeah, absolutely. And we said it going into the break. SWAT needed to get the righties going, and this is exactly what I meant by it. Get Bergloff to Boyenko, and just a beauty pass coming through the middle. Quick shot on Janvier. No chance.
Jesse Chong couldn't contain the big man for the Saskatchewan SWAT. And now it's a 3-2 lead. The SWAT back within one, and another physical face-off. I love them letting the boys play. And we're down to 14:55 left to go, second period. SWAT now.
Excuse me, is it just me, or does the SWAT look to have another step now?
It looks, you're right, you called it. You said, you were bold prediction, Brad Kraft, and you said they will come out with another gear in the second period, and that they have, as you watch Mitch Linklater ring that one off the right side post. Again, looking downstairs on Joey Janvier. So Janvier, this is how good his season's been. He's only given up 2 goals this game, and that's going to hurt his goals against average of 1.88.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's above average, I'd say. 918 to save percentage now is Okotoks. Back to work there are the undefeated Raiders. Back near side, Anderson cross crease. There was a quick pass there. That one goes off the SWAT defender. Nice little play there. Steyer, another low save. Goes off Dirksen. That one's going to bounce back into the crease. The Okotoks Raiders wanted a call there. Not going to get one. And the SWAT take it down. Eli Batt, he's going to back it up. His little pass there for a moving Bergloff. And it's going to be Boyenko. Boyenko with the latest SWAT goal. He's done that a time or 2 in this rink. Back to the near side. Linklater looking top corner, but runs into the left arm of Joey Janvier. As the pace of this one continues to pick up. Back to the far side, Jacob Matuk. Matuk gets it down low for his offensive friends. And who else but Levi Anderson with the ball there for the Okotoks Raiders. Bouncing it back outside, Anderson with it again. Offense for the Raiders runs through him. Moves far side, that's going to be man-tying. There's a shot, that one is going to go off the goaltender, bounce near the Okotoks bench and be recovered by the visiting Raiders.
Good pickup by Dirksen, and couldn't get that one in tight, but the previous save was a beauty.
Previous save was a beauty, but this goal also a beauty. As that one gets slam dunked over the shoulder of Eric Dirksen, and wow, little power move towards the goal there by the Okotoks player. Connor Pup bounces off a defender, slam dunks it. Dirksen couldn't quite pop up quick enough, and Pup's got a goal. That was just a great individual effort there by Pup.
That was wonderful by Pup, and you know, just having the body awareness to stay out of the crease right from the get-go. That's a hard spot to be in, and he didn't really jump that much, truthfully, or it didn't look like it from this vantage point.
So back in the near side corner, right into your living room. A good battle there along the boards. That one's getting stapled, but it's going to be picked up in that corner once again there by Brett Craig and his flow. Eli Batt back over across half. Batt's going to pick it up in transition. Slow things down once again. He's going to fake the pass. Go back near side is Baden Boyenko. Boyenko's shot looking low, and that one just went off one of the leg protectors, the left leg of Joey Janvier, and bounced out of harm's way. 4-2 the Okotoks lead. The SWAT have been within 1 twice. Largest lead's been 2, but there's another great little bit of passing and a goal. Defensive breakdown leads to Brett McIntyre with a pretty little goal here for Okotoks.
Right on the doorstep again if Dirksen was McIntyre, and just deking him all around. Nothing Dirksen could do on that one.
All of Okotoks' goals seem to have come on some form of defensive breakdown here for the SWAT. They've been able to take advantage, find their men alone. Look at the behind the back pass there by Brett Craig. No look behind the back to connect with the man there, that being McIntyre, and wow. Got to give some love for that pass, Brad. That was beauty.
Beauty passing, beauty play. Great work by the Raiders here to go up by 3 now on the SWAT.
So for the first time tonight, the Raiders are up by more than 2. SWAT have got within 1 a couple of times as Connor Finlay is going to run this one in. Finlay bounces it back up top for Connor Pup. Pup now, he's got a goal. He's going to drive towards. Bounce back outside, back to the near side. Anderson, Levi Anderson. Long pass there, far side. Manti with a shot that's going to be partially blocked, missed, and that's going to go off the end boards, up to the ground. So SWAT ball, 11:53 left to go in the second period. SWAT now in transition, back to the near side. That's for Quinn Ingles. Ingles gets it down low, connects with Boyenko. Boyenko back to the far side. Finds his man looking, streaking through the middle. Linklater, and a good save there. Joey Janvier sticking out the stick. They got him moving like they wanted, but Janvier up to the task.
Yeah, not quite enough by Linklater. He's got to get a little farther over to the left before he lets that one go.
11:24 left to go. Another great chance here for the SWAT, and another turnover forced by the SWAT D as they try to get back within 2. Bounce pass across. It's going to go to Zach Gould. Gould back to the far side, finds his man again into the middle. Boyenko, he couldn't quite get her done. And that's going to go off the right arm there of Joey Janvier. 11 minutes, 4 seconds left to go. Again, Okotoks in transition, shot, and that one turned aside, left arm of the goaltender, Eric Dirksen. They're going to say that went off of a SWAT player and out of play. So Okotoks taking over again, under 11 minutes left to go.
SWAT need to look to get some sort of shutdown for this transition of the Raiders. They're getting outrun down the floor, and it's leading to off chances.
And a couple of men wide open on the back door, including right there for a moment was Carter Brand, but the SWAT defense able to pick it up. Good hit there. Again, looking for that man in the middle, finds him. There's a shot, and a dangerous one there. Is falling to the ground with the Okotoks player, trying to slam dunk it, slips on the floor, touches the crease, and that's a great break here for the SWAT. Is from up here in our broadcast location, Brad. That looked clean.
That looked clean, yeah, that's right. Nobody's going to call that one. I mean, he slipped on his own.
So Mitch Linklater, he's going to drive towards the goal, back to Boyenko. Boyenko now looking for some moves, a little bit more ball movement here for the SWAT, finding Linklater back to the near side. He's still got it far side, backing his man up, finding Boyenko, makes a move, but a good defensive play there. Coming back was Tate Farstad, and Farstad with the perfect little timed slash with a stick of Boyenko, taking away that scoring chance. 9:55 left to go. Okotoks 5, SWAT 2.
You can see the SWAT trying to find a quick stick play right to the direct right of Janvier. Just not letting anything happen are the Raiders, though.
Raiders now on offense in SWAT territory. Levi Anderson, he goes back down low, connects with his man, and another good chance in tight. Carter Brand being turned aside there, and Malkowski is going to pick that one up, and there's a little physicality as you watch that on your screen. Is shaken up is going to be Cade McCormick of the Okotoks Raiders, and the Okotoks bench, we can't repeat what they're saying to our officials.
It's pretty rare you could repeat any sports bench, I think.
That's why you always got to have a mic on. Newt Linklater picks the corner. Mitch Linklater stops, pops, drops, puts it behind the goaltender Janvier, and it's 5-3 is the Okotoks lead.
That was a beauty screen set up by Boyenko too, though, as Linklater came out of the corner in front, standing directly behind Boyenko. Top corner, there might have been 2 inches of room there. No, nothing bigger than a ball, that's for sure.
Like I thought that was ringing off the post the whole day, but Linklater buries. That's going to be his 23rd goal of the season, and the SWAT back within 2. just hanging around. See if they can cut it back within one. Why don't you stay with us? Mitch Linklater goes back down near side Boyenko. Back over to the far side, connecting with Bergloff. There's another shot to goal! SWAT again, bring it within one, going back-to-back, 2 goals within 30 seconds. As Joey Janvier wasn't very happy with something, he's getting an earful from one of our officials. We're going to take a second look there. Boyenko's pass starts it all off. And just what quick little play there. Zach Gould's shot, again, is going to squeak down near that left arm of the goaltender Janvier. Gould, another screen shot here, and the SWAT doing a better job of getting in front of the big goaltender for the Okotoks Raiders.
No kidding. And look at who's on all but one goal or play of this SWAT comeback here is Boyenko. 4 points now. Excuse me, 3 points now, 4 on the night.
1 goal and 3 assists. We're going to take a water break. I think that's what Janvier was asking for here. So at the water break, what has changed so far for the Saskatchewan SWAT, Brad?
Well, the SWAT righties are connecting, that's for sure. I mean, I just said it, Boyenko in on the last 3 goals here. We have a just great transition coming from both sides now. Ball movement, fast pace. So we're going to get these goalies some water. All the players are going to stay on the floor. Nobody's allowed to talk to the benches during this time.
So while we're in that, why don't you talk about, we're going to take a look at those 2 back-to-back goals in the past 30 seconds there. First one there, Zach Gould with the latest one. A lot of screens. And as well, there's Boyenko. He's going to find a Linklater. And like you said, Brad, watch this. There's not enough room for a ball, and he buries that. So, Brad, tell me about the game day experience here at Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena. Every weekend, you guys are here.
Every weekend, we're at home. It's the same as this. You know, we're set up. We do live broadcasts on the playfullscreen.com. We have a bunch of people in the building. We have beer sales. We have best concession in the league, and we have merchandise.
Oh, by far. I have a hard time not spending all my money when I come in here on pie. It's so good. Best concession, merchandise. Great game day experience for those missing lacrosse that enjoy the rush.
And you know who makes those pies is Randy Trobeck's mom. Head coach of the SWAT, mom is in that concession. Rising away.
She's wonderful. And of course, select games also on Shaw TV this summer. Next one, as you and I will hang out again on June 23rd. But right now, all the focus here on the one going down at Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena right now. The SWAT have gone back-to-back like the Jays in 92-93 to pull it within 1. 5-4, the Okotoks lead. Pass there for Linklater, one of the goal scorers, a little hot to handle. Ingles now in Wayne Gretzky's office, if you will. Backing it back out. One SWAT player's lost his stick, and that one there, Ingles shot. Perfectly timed deflection there, Tate Farstead. That's going to go up into the netting behind the Okotoks net. And back to work come the Raiders on offense. Connor Puck, 7:38 left to go. Okotoks trying to restore the 2-goal lead. Far side is Pup. He's got a goal tonight. Back to the near side, Dylan Ferrier. Back down low, Levi Anderson. Anderson gets a touch of the ball almost every time that these guys are on offense. But right now, it's man-time. Man-time to Anderson. Anderson comes in, crafty little pass and a nifty little shot, trying to go between the legs, but Dirksen up to the task with a big stick. And in transition, here come the SWAT running the floor again. Getting their offense out here with 7:09 left to go, second period. Ingles back down low for Boyenko. Boyenko, he's going to go back up top. Connecting again with his man, spinning over to the far side, looking for the centering pass there. Boyenko finds it. He's going to get it over near side. There's a low shot. That one just going off of the right foot of Joey Janvier was Dybel. And they're going to award possession to Saskatchewan. They're going to say that went off the goaltender and out of play. So with 6:47 left to go and some tired legs on defense, SWAT going back-to-back here.
Got good break for the SWAT here to get a bounce off Janvier and maintain ball possession.
Cody Schwann, he's going to come in. He's going to find Boyenko. Boyenko trying to pick the top left corner on Janvier. Had it for a moment, but just missed. Far side now is Bergloff. Bergloff, Linklater! It's a tie game!
What a play by Bergloff to Linklater. Wowee. Quick pass and on the move around the top of the circle. Linklater firing on that screen.
Knowing exactly when to let her go as you get another look there. Linklater Nice little pass. Boyenko starts it by just missing over the top left there. So with 6:26 left to go, 5-5. And this game is tied for the first time since about halfway through the opening period. Don't go anywhere, folks. This one's picking up another good face-off battle there. Cathcart, sticks flying, bodies flying, an RKO out of nowhere that Cathcart shakes off like it was nothing.
You know, it takes a special breed to go into that face-off circle.
Oh, man.
That is some brutal play in there.
If you think goaltenders are crazy, be a guy on the dot. Back to the far side. Here comes the quick shot now as the SWAT look to get things set up. Another shot rings the iron. You can hear that one up here in the broadcast location at Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena. That dislodged the net. He hit it so hard.
Boy, did Bergloff drop his shoulder on that one and let loose.
Boy, didn't miss by much, and running it back up the floor are the SWAT. Fresh 22 seconds left to go in the shot clock. There's more passing. Boyenko now. He takes a couple good hacks. Bounces off his man. Boyenko, what a goal!
Wow, Boyenko. This is exactly why the SWAT wanted him to get back and get back to game form in a hurry.
Wow! Boyenko bounces off everybody like he's playing some pinball. Spins, winds, picks the top corner. And for the first time tonight, the Saskatchewan SWAT have the lead. What a manly play by Boyenko.
You know what's crazy is Boyenko could have got a few calls done on that one for penalties, as he got high sticked at least twice, slashed at least twice. Looks like they might want to review this goal. Or someone called a timeout.
We got a timeout here by the Okotoks Raiders, who've given up 4 unanswered goals to the Saskatchewan SWAT. Jumped out to a 2-0 lead heading into the break. And then all of a sudden, it was all SWAT here. Second period, they really turned it around. We're taking a good look.
SWAT outscoring the Raiders 6-3 this period.
So I would recommend not reading lips right now on that Okotoks bench as we bring that right into your living room.
Andrew McIntyre, former Roughneck head coach of this Raiders team.
He knows a thing or two about playing. He looked a little fired up trying to get his boys back into it. As the SWAT now emerge from the timeout that Okotoks called. A little bit of rest now, and I think too there's a discussion going on is on the goal. You could see that there was a SWAT player down in the crease on the Boyenko goal.
Yeah, and he was trying to get up. You could see him on sort of a tripod stance there.
So watch here, coming into your screen, right as Baden bounces off his man. There is definitely a player in the crease as Boyenko's letting that one go.
And Fisher, the ref, had good eyesight on that, and he's saying that Raiders pushed him in.
And I think that's what the argument is right now in front of us. That's why there's a bit more of a delay.
As Brett Craig just manhandled the SWAT player into the crease, they're going to call that no crease violation, which normally that goal wouldn't count as your offensive player is sitting in the crease.
Now they're going to say he was pushed in, so we're back to the face-off, 6-5. Okotoks unhappy with the call, but like you said, Fisher was right there. And quick face-off win. Here we go. Once again, SWAT going to pick up the offensive possession. Liam Dybel. Dybel bounces off bodies, comes in, and he's going to shoot and just miss. Boyenko, he's going to go back up top. That's where he connects there with Cody Schwann. Schwann's going to relax for a moment, get it back to the near side. Colin Bergloff. Bergloff passes again to the righty. Boyenko, and that one off the right arm of Joey Janvier.
I know Boyenko's favorite spot to shoot.
I couldn't figure out what it was, Brad. A good hustle play, but they're going to call a penalty. First one of the night is going to go against the SWAT for a cross check.
It's going to be Cody Schwann going to the box.
And you can read the lips of Fisher, our official. We're going to get a second look at it. He's going to say it's from behind. That is pretty clear as we take a second look at it. You can definitely tell. Anytime you're hit on the numbers, that's going to be a call, Brad Kraft.
Yeah, that's actually not a checking from behind call, though, as that would have been a 4-minute.
It was just a
cross-checking penalty for 2 minutes. So SWAT going to be penalty killing now as the Raiders have 2 minutes power play time here.
So this is the first power play of the evening, and you could see Fisher talk to the SWAT bench, read it on the way by, that he definitely said it was from behind. I got to call that. They've let the boys play the entire night, but You're right. Anything from behind here, Brad, it's got to be called.
Yeah, you know, there's still player safety to be included here, and that one was very clear violation.
So here we go. Set up at half is going to be the Okotoks Raiders here as they go into their first power play. First one of the game here at Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena. Should mention too, if you're normally used to watching the National Lacrosse League, you'll notice one thing. Big change here in Junior A. When the shorthanded team has the ball, shot clock won't run. So you'll see some different strategies here. Moving it around now. There's a hard shot off the chest protector, Cade McCormick. He's back into the play after getting lit up a little earlier. There's a battle for the ball. Goaltender's involved. It's a mad scramble, the old rugby scrum back behind the goal. That one's going to go back up and be picked up there by Brett McIntyre. 4:30 left to go in the second period. 90 seconds left to go in the power play. Moving it around. Ball back to the near side. Back up top, nearly intercepted. It is picked off here by the SWAT. And this is when you get to see what toughness is made out of. But that one, long pass for Boyenko. Can he get there? Boyenko takes his man down. He's going to pick it up. Great play there. Baden Boyenko. Hustle play by the offensive star. The SWAT there knocks one man down, picks up the ball, and now watch him go to work. Ball pops out.
SWAT just going to try and rag this ball. As you said, there's no shot clock for the SWAT to worry about when they're killing this penalty. So they can just hold the ball, be double teamed like this, just chew away penalty time.
As you watch sticks go flying in, that one from Brett Craig goes up into the stands with the ball. Now watch this, as you're going to watch Zach Gould take the ball, and immediately it's going to get tough. Gould, he's going to get double teamed. Nice little pass there. Ingles, they've already killed off all but 45 seconds of this power play. Ingles, he's going to make a move inside, take it to one hand, and retreat back towards his own bench. Ingles is going to bounce it up. He's looking for Linklater. Instead, connects up on the far side with a SWAT man near the restraining line.
And that'll be Gould just hanging out by the restraining line. And this is, the Raiders want to be aggressive, but not too aggressive. And that's exactly what they want. They want to push that defender over that restraining line and maintain possession.
And that's what they did, but most of the power play has come to an end. As moving it around now is Okotoks. They've got 12 seconds left to go with a man advantage. One last chance to bury one here. 3:02 left to go in the period. Moving it around, still a man up. 3-2, power play over after the missed pass, and a SWAT player nailed from behind, no call. And here comes a SWAT in transition. Keegan White called up from Junior B right before the game, playing in this one live right in your living room here on Shaw TV. Bouncing it back around, bounce pass back to the near side, Connor Pup. Pup, he's going to come in. Pup back up top, he's going to go to, oh, pardon me, that was, I got my rosters confused here, Brad, as you were giving me a hard time.
That's all right.
A little rusty. Just a little rusty for doing this here.
Ingles put her out of play there for the SWAT. Now you can call the Raiders players if you like.
Now we can get it right. Connor Pup now with it. There's a shot. That one's going to bounce up and into the Raiders bench. Possession awarded to the SWAT. See, normally on the radio I can get away with that.
Well, yeah, you got to visualize it. It's all in your head. Orson Welles style.
Back down low is Baden Boyenko. Boyenko is going to take it out real slow here. He's going to go one-on-one with his defender. Boyenko, he's going to spin off, keep holding on as he's getting a ton of attention, as he always does. One of the best offensive players here for the SWAT. Quinn Ingles. Ingles, he's going to make a move. Come in, sidearm shot, and that's the save. And popping in and out of the net of Boyenko was that ball, as he had a glorious scoring chance right in front of the goaltender, Janvier.
Yeah, sets up the pick, grabs the rebound, and just bounces out of his stick.
So moving it around now is the Okotoks Raiders up. Well, they're down 6-5. They've been up most of the night, but down for the later half of this. Levi Anderson, he's going to take a shot. He just missed. Had some time and space by the right kneecap of Dirksen. And no reset here as that one missed. And the SWAT now, $1:20 left in the second period. Going to go for a run. Taking it down is going to be Eli Bat. Connects with Boyenko, who just uses his size to back up against the goal. Colin Bergloff, another big body for the SWAT. Back to Gould. Gould's shot. That one's going to go off the body of the defender. Shaken up for a moment there. Tyler Seavor. As that one hit him, it looked like in the lower back. There's not a lot of padding there, is there, Brad?
Well, lower back is okay. You got rib protectors. But any lower than your toes, your bare skin.
As we got a penalty now coming up. Looks like it's going to be coming up to the SWAT. Didn't see it, but there was a mass of bodies in front. As they get the goaltender Janvier back to the bench. As that one's running around, and they're going to call a trip. Haven't seen it here. Hopefully we're going to look at a replay. So a trip on a SWAT player. So for the second time tonight, the SWAT will have a man in the sin bin.
And that's going to be Sean Jones going into the bin there.
One of the call-ups is Jones. He'll serve 2 minutes or less. He will sit down. He will feel shame.
Just sit and think and just wonder, what more could I do?
As we're going to get a second look here, you can just see the madness in front. And finally hitting the floor right there, Jones takes down his man, and that'll result in the 2-minute minor. So 0 for 1 on the power play are the Okotoks Raiders. Moving it around, that's going to be Levi Anderson. Back to the far side, Anderson again. Anderson trying to get things set up as driving towards the goal was McCormick. Kept once again to the outside. Anderson, time and space, that one off the chest of Eric Dirksen. And I believe they're going to say that the defender, Tornado, brought it back into the crease to gain an advantage. So that means it should be Okotoks' ball here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Okotoks' ball.
Or did they call timeout? I believe we have a SWAT timeout. There we go. He got the timeout call away. Yeah, we have a SWAT timeout called almost as soon as he touched it.
Good play. With 17 seconds left in the period, you might as well call a timeout. Just try and get it out of your zone and maybe even get a shooting and a scoring chance here.
Well, shorthanded, you're absolutely right there, Brad. They're going to try to set something up here, leading 6-5, their first lead of the night. John Fraser and Brad Kraft with you, live on Shaw TV. This is Junior A, Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League action. Okotoks and Saskatchewan, as we're going to get a second look here at the last chance by the Okotoks Raiders, moving it around. It's Anderson, that one, a good save by Eric Dirksen. That one had all sorts of momentum on it. You could see Dirksen's chest protector pop up. And there was the heady play, too, to call the timeout as soon as the loose ball was picked up. So the SWAT look like they're going to pull Dirksen.
Yeah, get even strength here for the last 17 seconds. So maintain possession, hopefully that entire time.
So 5-on-5. Bit of a dangerous play here.
And look, they got, I think that's Linklater back there in the crease. And he's going to just be immediately hassled as soon as he takes one step.
Matsuoka is sitting there. Linklater using his speed, has some room. He's going to bounce it back to the near side, and this is why you don't want to do it. Lots of time, tie game, empty net, as that decision to pull Dirksen backfired. I wasn't a fan of that call at all, Brad.
I didn't like it either, but you know, bold call. Let's try and go into the break with 2 goals. And good read by Jesse Chong to intercept that pass coming across to Ingles.
The biggest reason I didn't like it is where they were starting.
Well, and you have to start there. You call your timeout there, that's where you start. So you're in your crease. It's tough going, tough sledding to get across that center.
Well, especially with how Okotoks have been able to force them to play. I mean, it's just, maybe you do it at the pro level when you know you're never going to miss something, but not a call I was a huge fan of there. So now it's 6-6 after the empty net goal there by the defender Chong. It will go as a power play goal. So technically now Okotoks 1 for 2 on the power play. Brad, after 2, it's right back to where we started at 6-6. And you know, I think that could be a bit of a momentum killer, that last goal.
Absolutely, yeah. You're gonna want to come out and fire, and as the SWAT started the second period, when they come back after this break, they're gonna need to get going in a hurry. They outscored Okotoks that period 6-4. I mean, good period for both teams, but yeah, we need to see the SWAT step it up.
And we'll be back shortly with the start of the third period. Jackie Kripke chats with assistant coach Jay Price about finishing up the regular season and taking on Okotoks.
I'm here with Jay Price, assistant coach for SWAT. Jay, tell us a little bit about the regular season. How has it gone, and what are you looking for to finish up the season?
Well, it's gone pretty well. We started off really well. Our first couple of weekends, pulling in 4 wins was definitely nice. A lot better than last year. I think being our second year, we definitely learned how to play in this league, learned the speed, adjusted well, and so it started off really well. But there's still lots of room for improvement, and the boys know that we're still hoping to peak yet.
Is some of that success, like you said, year 2, is that the team gelling, knowing each other as people and as players? Is that part of the success and how you move forward?
It's a little bit of that. Most of these guys are have been playing together for, some of them for almost 10 years. And yeah, it's our strong 96 group. We do have 15 seniors on the team, so they've been playing really well. A little bit of the gelling is from the younger guys fitting in for the first time, and definitely we have about 5 guys who've moved up from playing junior B or midget to being in their first year of junior A. So it's a little bit of them kind of understanding the flow and the chemistry, but a great leadership group it really helps that gelling happen quicker.
And you're playing Okotoks today, so what are you looking for against this team?
The Okotoks Raiders are a really fantastic team. You know, we had a lot of great games against them last year and couldn't quite beat them. We did tie them once, but yeah, they're built very similar to us. They are strong, fast, lots of talent, lots of ability to put the ball in the net, and good goaltending. So. And terrific coaching, quite honestly. You know, and they've been doing a lot longer than us, so they know a little more. But it's a really good test for us. And yeah, based on last year's team and who we know is back for them, we think we match up well, and we're hoping to be able to pull out a couple of wins.
That's fantastic. Well, good luck on the court. You call it the court, the pitch, the field.
Floor.
The floor. Okay. Fantastic. Thanks so much for talking to us. Back to the action.
Hi, I'm Ella. The Warmth has been with me my whole life, ever since I was a baby. I've grown a lot since then, and they've made sure that I always have the devices I need to try new things. I can do anything. The Warmth is there to help me be me.
It keeps you awake at night, and it causes stress. Debt. No one else sees it, but it's always there, weighing you down.
Get debt off your back. The Credit Counseling Society is a non-profit service that's helped thousands of Canadians solve their debt problems. It's confidential, it's free, and it works. Call the Credit Counseling Society. All you've got to lose is your debt.
Careful, careful. That champagne cost a fortune.
Mr. McDonald, do you plan to bribe the entire delegation?
Our methods may differ, Mr. Brown, but our objective is the same.
My objective, sir, is honest talk.
And mine is to win.
Gentlemen, enough. We must convince the Maritimes or there will be no confederation.
Aye, George. Today, civil war grips America. How long before they look to our borders again?
Separated, the colonies are isolated and weak.
But united. Just imagine. To the east, the Atlantic provinces, then Upper and Lower Canada, across the prairies to the Rockies and beyond. A new country made one by a railway from sea to sea. Gentlemen, the time for union is now. I ask you to take the dare.
The Charlottetown Conference set Confederation in motion. On July 1st, 1867, Sir John A. Macdonald became Canada's first Prime Minister.
When he was only 16, Richard Pierpoint was enslaved in Senegal and taken to America.
All us men have sworn on this petition to fight.
You're an old man. The British Army has militias and trained soldiers.
I fought with the British during the American Revolution.
Take your land and farm it. Leave the Americans to us.
With respect, sir. I was born a free man, and I intend to die one. Your officers fight for land and money. I fight for my freedom.
Richard Pierpoint was one of thousands of black loyalists who won their freedom in the American Revolution. 30 years later, at the age of 68, he petitioned for an all-black unit that would defend Upper Canada during the War of 1812.
For Sir George Etienne Cartier, the work of uniting Canada was as vast as the country itself. First, he won over Quebec.
Union is the only way forward.
No, Monsieur Cartier. Confederation will cost French Canadians their nationality.
Monsieur,
Together we will form a political nationality independent of our origins.
Diversity will be Canada's strength.
Then he fought for Manitoba.
The Northwest has formed a government under Louis Riel. We will not join Confederation unless our rights are respected.
So you want a new province? Then you'll have it. There will be a place for your people in Canada.
He envisioned a country from Atlantic to Pacific.
British Columbia won't even think of joining Canada without a wagon road through the Rockies.
Ask for a railway. We are building a country, after all.
Bold as a lion, Confederation could not have happened but for him. Le Canada, son pays, ses amours.
I am Canadian, a free Canadian. Free to speak without fear.
Free to worship in my own way.
Free to stand for what I think right.
Free to oppose what I believe wrong.
Free to choose those that will govern my country.
This heritage of freedom.
I pledge to uphold.
Learn more about citizenship at citizenship.gc.ca/discover.
A message from the Government of Canada.
Join the movement. You have the power to give life. Donate blood today.
Ever watch TV and said to yourself, I could do that? Well, you can. As part of its community access programming, Shaw TV is looking for volunteer-run, community-produced short segments and shows. Create your own program, your ideas, your vision, on television. Bring us your proposal, sell us on it, and we'll train you and your crew, providing the professional equipment you need to make your ideas reality for free. Everyone is welcome. Get involved in making your own community program. See where it takes you.
Not bad period when you have 10 goals in one outing. And we're just going to take a look at them run down straight, top to bottom here. As we see now Boyanko getting his first of the period. This one should be Linklater. That's going to be the Raiders coming back. And the beauty played by the Raiders there for their fourth.
And then the comeback was on Brad Kraft. Linklater, the seeing eye shot, seemed to really spark the SWAT.
That's right.
And then there's another good screen there. Zach Gould with the goal. Another one here, back to the near side. Boyanko's miss turns into a sure thing again for Bergloff. As you're watching them, nice little pass there, Linklater. He was so speedy coming across here, and Boyanko puts his shoulder down, goes up top, and buries past Joey Janvier, former SWAT goaltender. And then the controversial one right at the end, Jesse Chong with the empty net.
Yeah.
We talked, he was below us. We talked a little bit to SWAT offensive coach Casey Guerin.
Yeah,
he said it was his call to do that, but the play
didn't shape the way he wanted it to. It's tough when you're getting harassed all the way up the floor. You want to off-let that ball in a hurry. And that's exactly what Linklater did. However, Guerin wanted the ball to go all the way down the floor, not across the floor, where Chong was able to read it, intercept it, and go.
So here we go. Right back to where we started, 6-6, the Okotoks Raiders and Saskatchewan SWAT. Two teams are ready to set off as this one will be settled in the final 20 minutes. Coming into this one, Saskatchewan 5-4 on the year. Okotoks has not felt the sting of defeat. That awful feeling in the pit of your stomach.
That's right.
No one has taken an L.
Just go home and just cry yourself to bed.
Which is okay.
Yeah, I do it sometimes. It's not bad.
So Ben Cathcart now will open up the face-off here. as he's going to take on Matthew Flouet. And unofficial face-off stats brought to you by nobody, but we can tell you the Cathcart has had one heck of a night so far, Brad Kraft.
Yeah, I'd say plus 70%.
So the SWAT again winning another one, and they're going to get their offense on here in a hurry. 6-6 with the opening moments of the third period. Back to the near side is Boyenko. You can hear a solid whack there as Linklater bounces this one around, gets it to his man. Back up top there is Dybel. Dybel now. Again, a good hack. Boyenko, nice little move. Boyenko comes in. I don't think he missed by much on the goaltender Janvier, but it's going to go clear out, and Okotoks takes over. Every possession so huge here coming up through the rest of this one.
Yeah, this game has been tight, real back and forth action, and definitely not what the score indicated from last Sunday, where the Raiders doubled up the score here on the SWAT.
And there's a good couple of spin moves before being brought down to his rear end was Dylan Ferrier. And back up top, running it up is going to be Eli Batt. Batt in transition, bounces it to Baden Boyenko. Boyenko goes back to Linklater, far side, looking for the quick stick. Open for a moment there was Cody Schwann. Running it back is the Okotoks Raiders there. In transition, going to the net is Danny Wright. Right turn aside by the goaltender Dirksen. And then on the doorstop was Finlay, but he couldn't pick up the loose ball. Turning it around, Finlay low shot. That's going to go off of a shin pad of the goaltender Dirksen. And up out of play is Dirksen. Robs him with the left leg. Big shot there. That one into the stick of Dirksen. So back-to-back big stops to keep this one tied at 6.
Yeah, smart move by Brand to use Anderson as a screen on that shot coming out of the corner.
Back to the near side is going to be Zach Gould. Gould coming to the near side. There's a quick shot. Janvier quickly gets over with his right leg. That one's going to pop all the way up. And there's a couple players battling. Everybody wanted to call here. Breakaway. Save Dirksen. Jet Leonard Bernier, as two players were tied up well behind the play.
And Malkowski just getting pile driven into the ground. That's concrete, by the way.
Yeah, no fancy turf. It is just the concrete. The ice goes on. Boyenko rings the post. What a shot by Boyenko. Shot by Boyenko. Try saying that about 10 times fast, Brad Kraft.
No dice.
I just tried and failed miserably. Coming now, Malkowski, the captain of the SWAT, going to take this one up. He's going to dish it back to the near side. Gives it to Bergloff. Back up top, pass back intended there for Quinn Ingalls. Bounces out of his stick, but able to recover is Boyenko. Back to the near side is Cody Schwann. Schwann now tied up with a couple of players. Real good battle there, taking his man into the corner.
Was that for a camera angle right in people's faces?
As the two players, I think we better keep talking, otherwise we're going to hear what they're saying to each other.
Yeah, Schwann not going to be happy about how he was treated in the corner. Let me give you the narration of the story from a Sam Jackson-esque Morgan Freeman type folk here. And Schwann still being harassed all the way back to the bench.
Well, Schwann and Brett Craig, one of his teammates, had to grab his jersey and hold him back. Back up top, there's a shot. Anderson high, it's going to bounce back out the back. Waiting to see, we got a penalty now coming up to Okotoks. So for the first time tonight, oh, never mind, it is to the SWAT.
Ben Cathcart going into the box, 2 minutes for slashing.
Loss there is the face-off specialist and defenseman for the SWAT. Will have to serve 2 or less. Okotoks 1 for 3 on the power play, but that comes with an asterisk. That one goal came on an empty netter chance. McCormick back near side, and it's a goal.
That's a clean power play goal, that one.
That is a pretty power play goal there.
That was nice, yeah. And that was number 16, Brett McIntyre, just firing that one down low
betwixt the legs of Eric Dirksen.
Oh, I didn't want to steal your catchphrase.
Yeah, you better not. That is my thing. Down between the legs is McIntyre. Just a good shot. Lots of great ball movement in that power play, and that's a quick executed power play. 2 for 3 now on the night are the Okotoks Raiders. So at least that lets Cathcart out of the box, so he's able to take this draw where he's been so good the entire night. Cathcart wins that one straight back, and the SWAT pick it up on offense. Jordan Tornado. He's going to get up to Baden Boyenko, and here comes the SWAT offense. trailing now after taking a lead and then allowing a late tying goal. Mitch Linklater, what do you got? He's got a shot down low off the leg pad of Janvier, picked up by Jacob Motu.
So far, game plan has not changed for the SWAT in the third period. Shoot it low in Janvier's legs, let him get caught up in it.
And the offensive game plan doesn't change for Okotoks, as out there is Levi Anderson quarterbacking everybody around, getting them to a spot they want to be in. Anderson, that pass a little high, but grabbed by McIntyre. He's got great hands, goes back near side, and a short side goal, Zach Manti. And the SWAT did it to the Raiders in the second period, and now the Raiders do it right back to the SWAT. 2 goals, only seconds apart.
And I was just going to say, Anderson's been quiet since the first period, and then he gets a second assist on that goal.
And that is one that I think Eric Dirksen would like back. His stick was there, and he just moved it oh so slightly, and it found the little spot between the floor and his stick, so it's 8-6. Remember, Okotoks had a 2-goal lead for almost the entire first 30 minutes before the SWAT came on hard.
That's right.
Let's see what they can do here now. Danny Wright, right back to the near side for Cade McCormick. McCormick, he's going to drive on in. Back to the near side. That one coming into the middle. Back to Levi Anderson. No surprise, Anderson shakes and bakes. Anderson, he's going to go back to McIntyre. McIntyre with some room, low shot, partially blocked, and then he gets lit up. He stood and admired the shot for a second.
Paid the price.
You can't do that in lacrosse, and that one, long dump from Janvier. Looked like he was coming up to see us at our broadcast location, but Baden Boyenko pops the stick up and saves all this great equipment that Shaw TV has set up here.
Really nice stuff.
Back near side, far side is down Boyenko. He's going to go back up top for Zach Gould. Gould winds, fires, misses far side post. That's Boyenko on the rebound. Takes a couple of hacks. He's going to bounce off and get things set back up. Back over to the far side. SWAT offense now, 5 on the clock. Got to get something off. There's a shot on Janvier. He's going to hold on as that one is right near that neck area.
Yeah, he kind of squeezed that one like a soccer ball.
As Harrison Matsuoka is taken down behind the play as well for Okotoks. As you watch the Raiders come down, take another heavy shot. Cade McCormick. McCormick back to the near side is Zach Manti. Manti, far side. Levi Anderson. Anderson now is going to come in with a cut to the middle, and that's off the twig of Dirksen and into the back of the net. A bad break there for the SWAT. And I believe we got a couple players going to the box too.
Yeah, and you know, Anderson just driving that shoulder down and firing, and that top spin going off of Dirksen's shoulder and into the net.
Just a bit of a bad break, if you will, there too, as it kind of looked like it went off his shoulder and then also went off of the stick and spun into the back of the net. So with that, we also have a couple of coincidental minor penalties.
Yeah, we got Sean Jones back in the box again.
If you watch Jones at the junior B level at all, that's kind of a spot he's used to being in.
Absolutely, and then Carter Brand on the other side of it for the Raiders is in the box.
So back now is going to be Ben Cathcart taking that. And that's a face-off won by Okotoks, but first to retrieve for the SWAT. Back to the near side is going to be Colin Bergloff. Bergloff's got one for the SWAT tonight. Some balanced scoring for the SWAT goal scorers. Dybel now. Dybel, he's pressured, waiting for something to set up. Wait for a screen or a pick as we've got 4-on-4, pardon me. Back up top, Boyenko with space, and that one right off the logo. For Joey Janvier, good save there, and Brett Craig is going to come out with it. Back to the near side is going to be Cade McCormick. McCormick, he's going to get it to Dylan Ferrier. Ferrier, back to the near side, Levi Anderson. 14 minutes left to go in this one, pending overtime, of course. SWAT trail by 3. They were up by 2 at one point. Back into the near side, and we're going to have, I believe, an interference penalty coming up here, but a SWAT player, Jared Steyer, shaking up a bit as we're going to have some bodies flying around as this game's starting to get a little bit more chippy. It looks like Fisher is also going to, so we got one SWAT player going already for the initial interference call. And I believe we're also going to have Brett McIntyre go for the late shove. This is what we know as the old retaking control of this game call, isn't it, Brad?
That's exactly right. You know, SWAT looking to get something going. They're getting too aggressive. Raiders going with the flow here, and we're getting a good look at what just transpired on the floor as number 13, Brett Craig, just goes down, and Steyer comes over and sort of gives them what for, and both are going to be hauled off here. Excuse me, that was number 16, Brett McIntyre for the Raiders, hitting the penalty.
So now Boyanko's going to bounce it back up top. Gould, he's going to take a shot, and that's going to go off the right arm of Joey Janvier. Picked up there by the SWAT, bouncing in and around that crease area before Brett Craig will pick it up. A couple little moves behind the nets for Craig.
So the Raiders currently have 2 of their top scorers from the night, as 5 points are currently sitting in the penalty box here.
As things start to get chippy here, as Okotoks has taken a 3-goal lead on a 4-goal run. Moving it back to the far side is Levi Anderson. He has 14 goals and 18 assists coming into tonight's game. Little head fake, low shot, Dirksen save. That's going to bounce all the way almost out of SWAT territory, but Anderson the first one there. Lots of penalty time expiring. Rare 3-on-3 lacrosse. This is kind of fun, Brad.
I can't say I've ever seen 3-on-3 lacrosse.
Anderson now, a couple of moves, and now we're back to 4-on-4, and here comes Eli Batt. Batt's going to make a move there on Carter Brand. Lose it. Great D by Brand.
Yeah, nice swim check there on by Brand.
And then a nice little oopsie-daisy duck under the pressure by Cody Schwann with 12:21 left to go, third period. SWAT offense on 4-on-4. Got to think they got to start scoring right about now. Back to the near side. Fake pass. It's going to be Linklater. His shot. That one's off of a body and will bounce back to the far side corner. Janvier, another save for the RMLL's top goaltender.
Linklater going head-on-head with Craig there, excuse me, head-to-head, not head-on-head. But bit of a size mismatch as Craig stands easily a foot taller than Linklater.
It's almost like us up in there at the broadcast booth. There's
right.
Manti going back, looking for the slam dunk. Oh boy, that would have been a pretty one if it connected. Dylan Ferrier, and again, everything getting chippy in by the crease area.
Look who it is again, Sean Jones. Right in the middle of everything.
He was called up for Junior B for one reason, and you can tell his dad's smiling ear to ear here at Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena. Back down near side, there's Boyanko. Boyanko, a couple of moves, and that one nearly has some English on it, ends up back into the net.
And they're saying Raiders pulled that out of the crease.
So that's SWAT ball, and that looked like a headbutt, and there's going to be no call, and things are about to get
in trouble here.
Chong has just absolutely jumped his man, and just trying to stay out of it is Cody Schwann.
Good work by Schwann to really not do anything here.
Just got to wrap up.
Let Chong get this penalty likely. I don't know if Schwann may get something in the end of it as well.
Well, I don't think there was any call. There was definitely no call in the original. As we take a look here, watch right after the restart here. Schwann leans in and goes head first right in front of our official.
And then gives him an earful.
So if anything, and then coming out of nowhere is going to be Jesse Chong, as we're going to get this sorted out.
Both of them are going to the box here.
Nobody's getting kicked out, and we've definitely got a lot of... So we're going to have a conference between our officials. And this is absolute madness
Still
right
jawing
now.
in the boxes here as head rep Fisher is just giving him an earful, telling him to be quiet.
This is why we can't have a crowd mic in here, because we're right below the boxes here. Schwann is in the box, waiting to see if they're going to keep Chong in the game. See, that to me is going to be, it's going to be the difference is if Chong is going to get 5 in a game. Because, I mean, to me, he jumped Schwann.
Yeah. So Jesse Chong getting an extra 2 minutes for roughing.
So that's it. So jumping Cody Schwann is, we listen to Fisher give the explanation. So it's going to be a power play for the SWAT. So Schwann's going to get 2 for roughing, for holding on for his dear life there for a moment.
Chong getting the extra one, basically for instigating that all, but being called for 2 minor roughing penalties.
All right, so here we go. Good chance now for the SWAT to cut this lead back to 2. As the SWAT will eventually go to their first power play of the evening.
Yeah, Schwann is going to have to sit for the first 2 minutes of this, so it's going to be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Then after that, the SWAT will have a power play of however long they need.
But we're still having a conversation back at the benches that has brought this game to a temporary standstill.
I imagine that's just McBride getting the explanation from Fisher, finding out what exactly the call is and how to fix it.
So 4-on-4 for 2 minutes here late in the third period. There's a shot going high upstairs. Great save there, Joey Janvier. Back up top there is Liam Dybel. He's going to make a couple of moves, get some bodies moving. Quick little short pass. There's a shot. Bergloff closing the arm is Janvier, as that will roll down into his knee protector. So a couple of good shots here by the SWAT, down by 3, getting late in this one, 4-on-4. Brad Kraft, 4-on-4. Who does the advantage go to?
I got to give it to Raiders this period for sure.
They're so quick.
Very fast.
They're the fastest kids alive. Moving it across is Brand. Brand now goes back to the near side. There's a shot. What a goal. Brett McIntyre. Wow.
Wow is right.
Big shot. And then he calls on the SWAT bench, gives him a glare as he runs by. McIntyre is pumped up after that one. So you get a second look as he cuts across and just goes upstairs over the right shoulder here of Dirksen. And it's now a 5-goal run. A 6-5 SWAT lead has evaporated in 10 minutes to become a 10-6 advantage for the undefeated Raiders.
Yeah, 4 unanswered goals this period by the Raiders. And McIntyre involved in 2 of those. And number 17, Brand, involved in 3 of those.
So here comes the SWAT. They're now down 4, but they're a minute 6 away from a power play. Boyenko with his signature move, backing the guy down. He's going to go back near side for Gould. There's Bergloff's shot there by Boyenko. Didn't have the time to go downstairs, and a SWAT player is driven into the feet and then picked back up.
That's Malkowski again.
The most impressive part of all that might be watching Brett Craig pick up Malkowski and try to drag him out of the crease.
Yeah, and I imagine that's because Malkowski was probably holding Craig's stick.
Malkowski was in no hurry to get up, needless to say.
Why would you be? It's comfy down there.
So, just need to relax for a moment. So now down 4, the SWAT needing a comeback, but it's Okotoks with the ball at the moment. Setting things up, back up top is Levi Anderson. Looking back into the middle there, looked like that pass was intended for the far side, but Pup got caught up with it. Moving around once again, quick little swim move. Coming in, there's a shot off the glove and a hard hit behind the goal. Running up with it, though, is going to be Preston Watke. Watke for the SWAT, 12 seconds away from their first man advantage of the night. Give it to Linklater. He's got a goal tonight. He's got 23 of them on the season. And we're going to slow some things down, let the SWAT set up their power play. Power play is now on for the SWAT as Baden Boyenko is going to come out. He's got 13 seconds of shot clock to work with. Boyenko is going to go down low. Back there, big shot, Boyenko.
Missing the net wide, though.
And running it down is going to be Matsuoka. And he's got the goal. Harrison Matsuoka with the goal is going to make it 11-6. And with 9 minutes left, Brad, SWAT really needs something to come back.
Yeah, and that's that dangerous transition of the Raiders again as Matsuoka just outrunning everyone. Unassisted goal and just beating Dirksen.
So Matsuoka, Harrison Matsuoka, second goal of the year. We do have to give some love to his dad, one of the training staff here, who gave us the correct names here for the Okotoks Raiders.
Put the fear of everybody into us, though, and said, don't ever mess it up.
Yeah, don't ever, Matsuoka, don't get that one wrong, or I'm coming for you.
That's right.
And he's a big enough man, I think he even scared you, Brett Kraft.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
That makes 2 of us. Mitch Linklater now is the SWAT needing a last-minute drive here to really get something together. They just need one and need to start putting it together in a hurry. Linklater, Boyenko, still in the power plays. Matsuoka's goal was short-handed. Big shot there. Janvier once again up to the task. Linklater to Baden Boyenko. Boyenko near side. There's a quick stick by Cody Schwann. Is going to go just wide. Loose ball picked up by Brett Craig. And now the fun begins here for the short-handed Okotoks Raiders. With some great speed there. Brett McIntyre, he's really come on here in this third period, Brad. He had himself a decent little game coming in, but he's really taken over here in the third.
Yeah, he's really stepped up his game. That's right. He's, you know, I think I said it before, 3 goals, and excuse me, I was wrong. He's actually been involved in all 4 this period.
So Zach Mantine gets it over to Anderson. He comes back near side for Brett McIntyre. McIntyre staring down the double team, and right now he's just going to spin off some pressure. Drive towards McIntyre again. They're going to say stepped in the crease though. But again, great individual effort from Brett McIntyre, causing him to be a pain in the rear end of the Saskatchewan SWAT. 15 seconds of the man advantage, first of the evening for Saskatchewan. Down 5 with 7:27 left to go. Near side, Linklater, pardon me, that was Gould looking for the near side.
Trying that same sidearm shot he's tried the last few times he's had the ball.
But that one's gonna roll all the way down, and Boyenko didn't get a reset, as they're going to say that Gould, and we would concur from up here in our broadcast location, Gould missed the net, didn't go off of the goaltender Janvier. So we're gonna get a water break here, Brad, and late in this one, the Swan are going to need, what are they going to need to do, and what are they going to need to do in a hurry to turn this one around?
Well, hitting the net would help, and you know, and getting Janvier moving again. They had a lot of success in the second period, getting Janvier moving. They were getting the ball behind them. They need to do that same thing here. Raiders don't need to change a thing.
They've really come out in this. They've looked like
they have controlled this third period.
They controlled the first to a certain degree. I thought Dirksen did a really good job of keeping the SWAT in it.
Yes.
And then this third has just been, it's been quite the run here going on for the Okotoks Raiders. This run now up to 6 goals. The SWAT had a 6-5 lead and have yet to score, as the Raiders have scored 6. But hey, if the Raiders can do it, so can the SWAT. Far side now, Anderson. Quick little hesitation move. He's going to go back to the near side. Okotoks content to just run out the 30s here and try to kill some time, but a moving pick will result in the SWAT taking back over, and they just about have to get a goal every minute
possession,
or so.
Yeah, I would say if they could do a goal of possession, then we'd have ourselves a game.
And they need to get something going, and need it going quick. Linklater's a good pick. He's got a lot of goals. He's going to go back across. That one defended with the back of the helmet of Jack Maroney. And it's going to roll into the corner. And again, this Okotoks defense, when these guys are on like they were in the first, Brad, and here in the third, there's no getting in deep with these guys.
They are just shutting everything down through the middle. Nothing but outside attempts here on Janvier, and Janvier's got those locked down just with his sheer size.
Zach Mantine, he's going to get it back far side. Anderson back inside, and getting knocked down is Cade McCormick. Back to Anderson. There's a shot, Mantine. And that's going to go off of a body roll towards the SWAT bench here. So with under 6 to go, the SWAT needing 5 to tie. You can hear a nice hard collision down to the corner to our broadcast left, as Baden Boyenko is going to jog this one up into Okotoks territory. Back over far side is Linklater. Linklater now waiting for something to set up. Got his man. There's a quick move. Coming in, there's a shot just missing the net. Quinn Ingalls. And again, Brad, the SWAT have had some great chances, but they're not even making Janvier work for these.
Yeah, you know, and that one might have been their best so far this period, as Ingalls came across the front of the net, making Janvier move, but then missing the net.
So bouncing it around is Ferrier. There's another shot and a goal, and the Raiders landslide continues here. That one gets by Dirksen. And Manti now, Zach Manti, 18 points coming into this one. We're going to take a second look at it here. Manti gets it, partially screened a little bit, but just steps into one, lowers the shoulder, and just times the bounce perfectly. The little bounce shot up in between the legs of Eric Dirksen, the goaltender. And 5:22 left to go. The SWAT now down 6.
Manti, McCormick, and Anderson in on that goal. So now Anderson 6 points on the night, McCormick 5.
So what can we expect here in the dying moments? Probably things get a little chippy and get even better and more entertaining throughout the rest of the weekend, won't they, Brad Kraft?
I would guess that tomorrow night is going to be bit of a chippy battle between these two. Hopefully some of the scratches come back on both sides and they get some fresh bodies on the floor. Otherwise, it's going to be a mess.
How about details for tomorrow night, Brad? How can you get here and how much does it cost you?
Head down to Gordie Howe Arena anytime before 8 p.m. and you're going to get in the door and it's $7. We have beer, we have games, we have all sorts of things.
It's a great time. I believe we're being told it's $10, so
maybe it's 10. I don't really know.
You know what? Mention that
I'll give you a deal if you wear green.
Or if you mention that you watched us tonight.
There you go.
On Shaw TV. There's a shot there. Linklater into the feet there of Janvier. Loose ball picked up. Boyenko has time to fire. And again, he hits it so hard, he moves the net.
But and it didn't miss by much. It hit the top corner. Literally
right in the joint there. There's another great defensive play here as that ball goes flying into the rafters. That Okotoks defense, whatever they were told by Andrew McBride in betwixt the periods,
it's working.
I wonder if he can come coach me at my job. I feel like if Andrew McBride can turn a game around like this, he can even, make me feel great. And now we got a little bit of chippiness in front of the net. And it's right there, Carter Brand and Zach Deck. Deck's giving him some extra little bit of love every time he goes towards, but not having any of it is Brand. Deck's going to throw him down to the ground.
And they're going to award that to Raiders ball as Deck was pleading his case. Said, no, he fell into the crease. He fell into the crease.
No, I think they watched him also hack and slash him the entire time he was there.
Haul him right down.
So Cade McCormick now with it. Goes back near side as Okotoks is trying to kill this one out and get out of here without any injuries or anything like that. That one's going to go off of a couple of shins. And again, as you watch.
I bet that feels good. Hey, the ball must be as hard as a puck.
Oh, yeah. It feels awesome. So you got Sean Jones out there. Zach Deck, both trying to start something here. Don't go anywhere with about 3:16 left to go in this one. You might see a little, might get a little Western, they'd say.
Sure, let's go with that.
Baden Boyenko's going to take it up over half as Okotoks sets up defensively yet again. 3 minutes left to go. The SWAT down by 6. Now back to the near side. It's Boyenko. Boyenko's low shot turned aside. Janvier rebound, and Janvier pops up with a great save. He's also looked like a different goaltender here in this third. He's looked more of the 188 goals against and 918 save percentage than he did in the second.
Absolutely. I mean, he is a wall this period. The shots currently sit at 48 shots for the Raiders and 42 for the SWAT. I don't know how many of those are actually good scoring opportunities for the SWAT, though.
Well, now you can see the Raiders just basically go into the Lacrosse equivalent of the prevent defense here. They're just going to take everything back, and every time they get the ball, hang out in their own territory, dump it back down.
Yeah.
When you have a 6-goal lead, you can get away with that.
And you don't want to get caught in transition either. That's what the Raiders' main goal is right now. Keep the defense on the floor and keep them fresh.
So we'll see what the SWAT can do here. Dying 2 minutes. They are down 6. Unless a miracle happens, SWAT will drop to 500 on the season. Okotoks goes to 7-0. And tomorrow night, as you've mentioned a couple times, Brad, we've been told between $10 and $7 gets you in the door. Just make us a deal when you show up. But it will be these same two teams, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Don't forget, too, if you enjoyed tonight with Brad and I, we'll be back June 23rd. It's another Friday night here at Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena.
And the Blues that night, I believe, Edmonton team.
So they'll just run it out in behind the goal. Long shoot-in's going to go all the way down the floor, and once again, shot clock violation, but Okotoks is not going to matter one bit here as they just try to kill some more time. Setting up though on defense. And now you can hear the sticks of the Okotoks Raiders going a little crazy. Brad, what do you think Saskatchewan's got to do better tomorrow night?
Score would be a good thing. If they could not get doubled up on the shot clock here or on the scoreboard, that'd be good. You know, they've had moments of goodness tonight, where they're connecting on picks and rolls and screens, but just not enough, not consistent.
So Okotoks will once again just back it up. Not making for very, very good TV. We almost need somebody just to like drop the ball or like a goalie fight or something.
Do a dance. I don't even care at this point.
You sure you don't want to see you dancing?
Nobody wants to see that.
So same thing, you're going to see the SWAT. So Brad, maybe for the lacrosse newbies out here, why wouldn't the SWAT be pressing here? Is it just a matter of essentially conceding the game's over and not wanting to start anything?
Well, there's 20 seconds left in the game, and they're down by 6 goals. So why press? You know, why try and injure yourself, or why maybe feign injury? You know, or anything really. Why even get caught in transition? Just accept the loss. And go back to your goalie and wish him well for the night.
Trying to be better, go get some food. 2, 1, that's it. Make the final. Okotoks 12, SWAT 6. That'll bring this one to a close tonight. We'll be back to wrap things up from Kinsmen Arena in Saskatoon in just a moment here live on Shaw TV.
Ever watch TV and said to
yourself, I could do that? Well, you can. As part of its community access programming, Shaw TV is looking for volunteer-run, community-produced short segments and shows. Create your own program, your ideas, your vision on television. Bring us your proposal, sell us on it, and we'll train you and your crew, providing the professional equipment you need to make your ideas reality for free. Everyone is welcome. Get involved in making your own community program. See where it takes you.
Saskatchewan SWAT wasn't Brad Craig.
Yeah, that was all Raiders, all third period. And, you know, you were asking what they need to do tomorrow to do better. And they need to keep these hot scorers off the scoreboard.
Some good physical play, though, coming up there. Remember that moment there as Jesse Chong got into it a whole bunch with the SWAT player there. That should carry over to tomorrow night, but like you said, you're just seeing a whole lot of Raiders.
Yeah.
We wanted to show you some stuff the SWAT did, but unfortunately, the Raiders completely dominated that period, finished this game on a 7-goal run. Lots of pretty goals, but I mean, we got more of this coming up, you know, tomorrow night. Janvier with another couple of great saves. I really thought he bounced back real nicely.
Played really
there.
well, and he lots of rebound control, which last year wasn't Janvier's thing.
No, he did manage to hang on to it a whole pile, and as you take a final look here at Dirksen and also Sean Jones getting into it with our officials, maybe get some clarifications for tomorrow night. We'll take one last break here before we let you say good night for the evening. Just remember, come down, Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. We'll be right back. You're watching live on Shaw TV.
Ever watch TV and said to yourself, I could do that? Well, you can. As part of its community access programming, Shaw TV is looking for volunteer-run, community-produced short segments and shows. Create your own program, your ideas, your vision on television. Bring us your proposal, sell us on it, and we'll train you and your crew, providing the professional equipment you need to make your ideas reality for free. Everyone is welcome. Get involved in making your own community program. See where it takes you.
You know, Harrison and I really enjoy cooking in the kitchen. And we want you to join us.
Thanks to your support of the Warriamps Key Tag service, anything is possible for child amputees. All of our artificial limbs, all of the resources, the seminars, the emotional support, having a positive attitude, all of that is from the Warriamps. Thanks to your support, the Warriamps are changing child amputees' lives every day.
Thank you.
And one final look here from Gordie Howe Kinsmen Arena after the Okotoks Raiders beat up on the Saskatchewan SWAT 12-6. Okotoks now 7-0 on the season. Brad Kraft, I'll let you have some final thoughts because you're a nice guy.
Well, thank you, John. It's been a real pleasure having you here again tonight.
Absolutely, buddy.
Missed you on the play-by-play this season so far. But you know what? This was a great game. It was a lot of fun for 2 periods, at least for the SWAT. And the Raiders kind of took over. Final score 12-6. Our next broadcast is Friday, June 23rd, as SWAT will take on Edmonton Blues right here at Gordie Howe Arena.
And you'll see both of us on behalf of Brad Kraft, myself, John Fraser, our volunteer crew, and Shaw TV. Thanks so much for watching. Good night. We'll see you on the 23rd.